Then is going to show you a few questions on a higher paper. They are non-calculator and they are common questions that come up at the beginning of an exam paper. So we're going to start with 6.3 times 2.4. Bear in mind this question is for 3 marks, so it's going to show, you've got to show some working out. You can't just do it in your head and expect to get the full 3 marks. So we're going to do multiplication. So we're going to take the decimal places out first, guys. So much easier to work with. So 63, 24. So we've got 252. Carry the 0. 1, 260. Which gives us a total of 1512. Now, we need to put the decimal places back. So let's see how many numbers are behind the decimal places. We've got 1, 2. So our answer is 15.12. And that's because we've started here, 1, 2. The next one is simply 1 mark, and that's because you've just got to know your indices laws. 5 to the power of 0 is always going to be 1. So that means 4 to the power of 0 is going to be 1. 10 to the power of 0 is going to be 1. 25 to the power of 0, is 1. It's just infinity. It just goes on and on and on. So you need to know that. That will come up. Write down the value of 5 to -2. Now we know, by the laws of indices again, this is how important it is to know them, that when you have a negative power, we're going to flip it and turn it into a fraction. And by doing that, we're going to go 1, and it's going to be all over 5. And instead of a negative, it's become a positive. So you can't have a negative power. So we're going to just take it out. 5 squared is 25. So that's our answer. And that is a 1 marker because it really is very simple. 1 over 25. Question states 2 to the power of 5 times 2 to the power of 4 all over 2 to the power of 3. And what it is asking you is that it's going to be 2, because we know it's going to be 2, because there's our number 2. That isn't changing. We're just dealing with n, at unknown. And it has to be a whole number. So using our rules of indices, we know when you times indices, you add the powers. So that becomes 2 to the power of 9, all over 2 to the power of 3. So to deal with these powers, when you divide, what is the law? It says you subtract. So we're going to subtract 9 minus 3, which gives us 6. So that's our answer. 2 to the power of 6. Now, another classic is the 156 as a product of its prime factors. Key word here, guys, product of its prime factors. Okay, product means it wants you to leave your question in times form. For example, you could have 4 to the power of 2 times 2 to the power of 3 times 4 times 5. They want your order. That's the order they want it in. That's your product. It means to times. So that's how they want your answer to look. So prime factors to me is just use a tree. So I'm going to do 156. I'm going to go 2 times 78. Then I'm going to go, let's go 2 times 39. And then from 39, we can go 3 times 13. Stop. Prime numbers, brilliant. And it wants you in the product, so let's go. How many 2's have we got? We've got 2. That's 2 squared. Times 3 times 13. That's how they want you to give your answer, and that is what you will give them. And that is your 2 mark question. How's about that? 2 marks for that. Find the highest common factor of 156 and 130. Well, we've already dealt with 156, so let's just focus on 130. So we've got 130. Looks like could be a small trait. 138, I'm going to go 2 times 65. Then I'm going to go 65. I'm going to go 5 times 13. So the answer there is 2 times 5 times 13. So it's asking us for the highest common factor of both of these, of 150 and 130. So what I'm going to do now, and bear with me, I'm not very good at drawing. What I'm going to do, Venn diagram. That's not too bad, is it? I've never used this before. So that just goes over like that. It's not very good, guys, but you get the drift. So in the middle, as you know, we're going to show what they both have in common. So we know they both have 13 in common. So I'm going to pop that in the middle. They don't have 5 in common. 130 has 5. It has a 2. And that has a 2. There's a 2 left there, obviously, because we've just taken a 2 from that. And then 156 has a 2 that's left over from the squared and a 3. And that's it. That's everything covered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 5. Perfect. Just remember, you're taking a 2 away from that. So that shows that they're in common. And then you've got 2 left and just whack it in there. So we know the highest common factors is 2 times 13, because it's asking you for the highest common factor. 2 and 13 isn't a highest common factor. They're just 2 of the same. So 2 times 13 is 26. So that would be our answer, 26. So remember to times it out. It's not asking you to list the highest common factors. It's asking you to find the highest common factor. Okay, well, I hope that helps. I apologise about my squish drawings, but I hope you understood what I was saying. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.